Yes, people, welcome back and welcome back to my channel and welcome back to my post-match reaction. A good game we had yesterday. And you know what, let's just get into it. 3 games on the bounce. Away at White Hart Lane, and we won 3 in a row. We didn't do that under Wenger. I think the last time we might have done that, I wasn't alive for it, might have been under Herbert Chapman. It hasn't been done in over 30 years. We haven't been beaten away from home in the league in 2024. We've had no Calafiori. There was no Marino. There was no Declan Rice. There was no Martin Odegaard. Jesus had just come back from injury. Sterling hadn't even played any minutes for us yet. And yet still with all of that, with the depleted squad, with lacking first team options on the bench as well, and even though still I was nervous about coming into this game, and the only reason why I was nervous, why? Because it was a derby day. That was it. Because with all of that mixed into that, I still expected us to go and beat Tottenham. And beat them we did. We just did it differently. We do it differently to how we usually approach games now. How we used to approach games now. Attacking all the time. Leaving ourselves light at the back. Players not running back. No, we've done it differently now. We are a different team. And not only are we a different team, but we are way more compact now. We know how to defend as a team, and regardless of the personnel coming into the team, we keep the same system. And that all comes from Mikel. That all comes from Mikel. And do you know what else came from Mikel? Or who else came from Mikel? Gabriel Magalhaes for 27 million. Our match winner and man of the match yesterday. And let's not forget, this guy was also the man of the match in the other fixture, in the same fixture earlier in the year when we beat them 3-2. This guy just loves Tottenham. I guess he just loves violating them. I'm glad he is one of us. Because he was absolutely imperious yesterday. And if the rumors are true, because apparently there were these Madrid scouts, they're just everywhere apparently. So apparently there were some Madrid scouts at our game yesterday. And apparently they were looking at 2 defenders. Romero, apparently, and William Saliba. That I can absolutely believe. Now, all jokes aside, now if there were Madrid scouts at the game yesterday scouting Romero and Saliba, well, guess what? It was Gabriel that stole the show yesterday because he was the man of the match. And now if he's suddenly on their radar now, that would not surprise me at all. And all of this transfer talk or them being at the games doesn't necessarily worry me right now. It will only worry me if we haven't won anything by the time these big teams do come in and try to take our players, because players only want to go and play for other teams and win trophies. So let's not talk about all of that yet. But regardless, he was imperious yesterday. And if the rumors are true that Real Madrid scouts were at the game yesterday scouting Saliba and apparently Christian Romero, I don't know why. No, all jokes aside, if Madrid scouts were at the game yesterday and they were scouting Saliba and Christian Romero, it was Gabriel that stole the whole show yesterday. And I wouldn't be surprised if he's on their radar now, because if Real Madrid are thinking that they want to try and take Saliba, if I was them, I would try and take Gabriel as well, because they come as a 2. They come as a 2. You can't take one without the other. So that's what I would be doing if I was a Madrid scout. But I'm not a Madrid scout, and I don't care about Madrid scouts. All I want right now is for our team to be winning. And I want our team to be winning trophies to keep these players and not have to worry about Madrid scouts and everything else like that. So like I said, back to Gabriel, he was absolutely brilliant yesterday. And not only did he score, he made 2 goal-saving tackles yesterday. The first one was just a block, gets down, blocks with his knee, and then the other one it wasn't a goal-saving block. It was actually a goal-saving tackle. I might have twisted up my words, but this second one was a goal-saving tackle, and then the player just shoots it over the bar. So, Gabriel, I'm glad we have him. A big big performance from our big Brazilian. Can't complain. Gabriel is the man of the match for me. He was absolutely the man of the match. And even though Sky Sports did get that wrong, we won't even talk about that. Gabriel, man of the match. Now, continuing on with this actual defensive narrative, one thing I did actually want to pick up on is just how brilliant we are as a defensive team now, especially our off the ball work, our on the ball work. I'll tell you this, it's a long time now where my heart doesn't skip a beat anymore. Where, do you remember them times where the ball would just come in from a set piece or from a cross, and you just think it's gonna go in, whether it was under Wenger, whether it was under Emery, or even the early days of Arteta? Because one thing that still sticks in my mind is, if anyone remembers the game against Sporting Lisbon, I think it was their first goal. Was it their first goal at home or when we was at home? No, when we were away from home, their first goal. No one jumps in the box. No one literally jumps in the box, and that header is just allowed to go in. I don't see that anymore from Arsenal because of the fact that we know how to defend as a team now. And like I said, the players, they run back. They actually run back. Even Havertz at one point, he may have been the last one to get back, but he got back quick. Very quick. And I just want to describe this picture to you that I'm about to show, because here you will see a 2, a 3, and a 5. Sometimes we drop back into this formation. Sometimes we drop back into a 4-4-2. Sometimes it was a 4-3-3. Regardless, we were compact. Defenses can win you titles, and the amount of managers, big managers that have said that over the years, I get it. We want to attack. We want to see brilliant goals. I get that, because I want to see that too. But if your foundation isn't solid like a yo, what's the point? Because you would just end up like a Tottenham. You could end up like an Everton. I mean, we're not that bad, but boy. So we are brilliant. We are brilliant as a team, and that's why we won the game yesterday. We were also very happy to just let them have the ball. Honestly, we said, yeah, and it was kind of what we did in the other fixture earlier on in the year. We said, okay, you have the ball, come at us, and we'll see what you got. Because I think even sometimes you just have to know as a team, like, does this team have the quality to really break us down? And numbers, no, they don't. They have a Son. That's it. And that's not enough. If Son's your main outlet to even try and get goals, and what, Maddison is not firing, Solanke's not firing, Johnson hasn't been firing, Kulusevski's moved into midfield now. There was never going to get through. Like, they were never going to get through and cause us problems. You would look at these stats and you would think that they dominated the game. You would think that we were bombarded, constantly under pressure, but we really weren't. I didn't feel no pressure. I didn't feel no pressure at all. The only pressure I felt actually came from our old mistakes. The first mistake, Saliba actually gets drawn up, which allows Son to make that run in behind Ben White and Saliba, which allows the pass to go off to Kulusevski, and Kulusevski gets it off to David Raya. David Raya makes the save. The second chance they had on goal, the second time they got in behind us, that I can remember, we're playing out the back, passing out the back. Saliba passes to White, and White wants to pass it through to Partey. Someone intercepts it, they're in on our goal again. The only reason why they didn't score or do anything like that is because we just got back and said, nope, okay, mistake, we're going to clean this up and make sure we don't concede. And then after that, there was a cross sent in from Maddison, and then there was a flick on. David Raya gets their hand to it and pushes it away. It's actually a really good save. Other than that, there wasn't much. I wasn't scared because most of the time they were just passing sideways around us. And we, as Arsenal fans, know about sideways passing. We know about sideways passing when we can't break a team, because that was us. That was literally us. So if I'm seeing them do that to us, and we're already the masters of that, it's already done. It's already done. It was already done. And this is where we need to congratulate ourselves as a team. We need to congratulate Arteta. But the players as well, the players that stepped out there and still did the job. Regardless of the personnel being out, you still have to run the system. You have to run the system, and run the system they did. We are a strong team and we should be feared. We should be feared. Now, aside from all of that, I just want to give out some, just talk about some small mentions really. Martinelli. He had a tough game yesterday. Some people said he was terrible. I mean, if you want to talk about him as an attacker, he wasn't great. He did have that chance where he could have either, if he gets closer and then tries to bend around the keeper, he might score. Or if he gets closer and hits it hard and low towards the keeper's nearest post, he may score. Or if he squares it to Saka, Saka may score. I feel like the reason why he wanted to take that shot on himself because he knows he's under pressure on that left wing. And with Sterling coming in now, with the attack being able to rotate as much as it can do as well, and plus, we know that Trossard likes a goal off the bench as well. Martinelli is under pressure, so I feel like he only took that shot because he wants to score and just because he had a tough season last year with injuries and just not being the prolific Martinelli that he was the season before last. So he's feeling the pressure. He's feeling the pressure. Whether he's going to start against Atalanta and City, I am not sure right now after that performance. But in terms of defensively, he always gets back. He always gets back to help out Timber. He's always there. So I can't fault him work rate rise. But as a winger, he needs to step up. And he needs to feel the pressure. And I think he is feeling the pressure. I definitely do think he is feeling the pressure. I saw Martinelli. And Nas, what does that even mean? Last but not least, Bukayo Saka. Now, Saka, he came off around 70, 80 minutes with an injury. At the time, he looked like he might have hurt his calf. Not his calf. The top of his thigh, and he was rubbing his knee and this, that, and the other. Well, this morning, a report has come out saying that it may just only cramp. The Arsenal medical staff believe it may just only be cramp, and he should be fit and available for Atalanta and City. If he gets a rest against Atalanta, I wouldn't be mad. Sterling is there. Sterling is there to put in a job. So he can get some rest on Thursday and then be fresh and ready for City, because that is the game. But you know what? No. Atalanta first. Atalanta first, don't even think about City. We need to think about Atalanta. And I feel like we can get through Atalanta without Saka. But we have to cross that bridge when we get there. And we can't knock Atalanta at the same time, because they are the Europa League winners. Current Europa League holders. So they are coming here confident. No, we're going to them confident regardless. It's going to be a big game on Thursday. And even if Saka is available, I'd rather him available than not. So that's it. Post-match review done. Thank you for watching. Tottenham 0, Arsenal 1. Ooh, I love a North London derby, and we done well in London derbies over the years. Apart from last year, we'll talk about that for them and them Monday. But in what looked like doom and gloom, with Rice getting the red card and the injuries in the international break, it's nothing better than beating your fiercest rivals and bringing the mood back up. There's nothing better than that, especially Tottenham. So 1-0 to the Arsenal, big up the Arsenal. And next, we are off to Italy to start our Champions League nights against Atalanta on Thursday. Thursday night football. We're back on Thursday. It should be absolutely fun. I'll have a preview for that out either tomorrow or Wednesday. So stay tuned and keep your eyes peeled. Until then, stay blessed. Enjoy your day, people.